A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. There was a wedding in Cana of Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there. Jesus and his disciples had also been invited to the wedding. When the wine gave out, the mother of Jesus said to him, "They have no wine." And Jesus said to her, "Woman, what concern is that to you and to me? My hour has not yet come." His mother said to the servants, "Do whatever he tells you." Now standing there were 6 stone water jars for the Jewish rites of purification, each holding about 100 liters. Jesus said to the servants, "Fill the jars with water," and they filled them up to the brim. He said to them, "Now draw some out and take it to the chief steward." So they took it. When the steward tasted the water that had become wine and did not know where it came from, though the servants who had drawn the water knew, the steward called the bridegroom and said to him, "Everyone serves the good wine first, and then the inferior wine when the guests have become drunk. But you have kept the good wine until now." Jesus did this, the first of his signs, in Cana of Galilee, and revealed his glory, and his disciples believed in him. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. Brothers and sisters, we are back in the ordinary time of the liturgical year, which the name could be deceiving. Doesn't mean that nothing happens. It's ordinary and we often think boring. No, ordinary time means the time when Jesus can teach us. All of his lessons are presented to us. And notice that right after Pentecost, we start with today's feast of Our Lady. And that's why we hear about Mary in the Gospel. And we're going to hear the last words that Mary speaks for the rest of the Gospel. And we'll get to that in just a moment because there's a lesson to be learned in that. But as we begin this journey in ordinary time, Jesus already lays it quite straight and says quite frankly, "I am teaching you so that you get transformed." Transformed so drastically, it's going to be like turning water into wine. Which water is like the base we all have. But when we turn it to wine, not only is it a drastic change, but notice that wine in the biblical sense is the source of joy. And that's what Jesus wants to do to us. He wants to transform us immensely, entirely. And the fruit of that will be joy. But he knows that in order to do that, we have to trust him enough to make that step. And that's when Mary comes in, because Mary shows us in today's reading that not only is she the one that's going to intercede for us. So whenever we're going to be stuck and say, "No, I just can't change, I'm too old, I'm too rigid, though this is the way I am, Lord," ask Mary, and Mary will intercede to God to get you the graces you need to change, will open your heart, and will give you that example how to do that through her own life. But notice she does that with leaving us a very important lesson. She says, in order for that transformation to happen, do everything as he tells you. He being her beloved Son. May we do that in our lives as we now, being strengthened by the Easter time, being strengthened by Pentecost, want to get on the road of our own transformation, of our own road to holiness. And may we start by saying, in order to get there, I have to do everything that Jesus says I should. Have a blessed Monday, and God bless to you all.